say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Miami, Ohio Redhawks, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Redhawks will put toe to leather and will get started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense will take the field for the first possession of this game. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Fires it down the seam. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Finds his man. It's Bernard. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The Redhawks offense will have its first possession of the game. A matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot, not just in pass coverage when they match.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25. Off the play fake on first down. Got him downfield. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And they just need a few inches for the first down, but they've got 3 receivers spread to the right. The Tide will get the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Trying play action. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Here's the pressure. Got it in the middle. It's Bernard. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Gonna let it fly. That 3rd down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
Well, the offense is trying to throw for it in their own end on 3rd down, and quarterback receiver not quite on the same page, and they're lucky because that was almost picked up.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. They'll try the run. Past the sticks, and he may get more. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. right back to the well. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
And the defense doing a great job when you commit to the run like this. Obviously, you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. It's Finn. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brunson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. Catch in the middle. It's Weaver. There he goes. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And the Redhawks are on the move. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. He's got it on the move. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Redhawks. Fit it in the window for the score. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So a drive that started just beyond midfield, only 49 yards, and they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Makes the catch on the left. Running free. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 15, here's the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Miami, Ohio has it back. The Redhawks offense heads to the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. With the catch, it's Weaver. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. Second down coming up. Off-play action. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defense. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Looking to pass. It's Finn. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Redhawks will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick, and the rush will get to him at the 25.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
Well, the defense has been able to get after this guy early and often in this game, and it's affecting his accuracy, and it's affecting this offense's ability to throw the football consistently.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. And the incomplete pass on third down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. They're already 0 for 2 on fourth down in this quarter, but they'll try again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking downfield on first down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking for a man. It's Finn. He wants it all. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job of his decision.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Has to let this one go off his back foot. Holds it in on the left. Touchdown, Alabama! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Miami, Ohio offense returns to the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Off the play fake. Here's a heat. To throw, it's Finn. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on fourth.
No fair catches here, looking for room. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Just a little off. Incomplete.
This QB already in the first quarter has taken some serious punishment. Got sacked a bunch, got hit a bunch. He's been targeted a lot. This offense needs to find some answers before we're going to be looking at his backup playing some serious snaps.
The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Yeah, and great job by the linebacker understanding what to do in zone coverage. I drop, I take my steps. When that quarterback's feet get set, my feet get set, I break on the football. Nice break. Way to go break that up and swat it down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defense.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. The play action fake. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And 3rd and long, and the offense goes with a little play action. I don't know why the threat of the run. I'm not scared by that. You can tell the defense doesn't honor it, doesn't buy it, flies by the line, gets to the quarterback, gets the big 3rd down stop.
Oh, does he turn that loose down the middle? Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Finn. He's got an open man. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And you see the wide receiver, he's got to push up field, make it look like he's going deep, but does a really good job sitting down on that curl, catching the ball, and then as soon as you catch that thing on that curl route, get upfield, get positive yards. Nice route by that wide receiver.
Makes the grab. It's Brunson. On the move is the 30. Wide open, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Miami. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
A little floater there that falls incomplete.
We're still early in this ball game, but this QB has been hit several times already, been sacked. This is one of those games that the ice bath is going to be your friend afterwards. We're just getting started. It's still in the first quarter, for goodness sake.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
It is hard to continue to get up and get up and get up like he has, being sacked time after time again. But this QB, this offense, they're undeterred. They continue to put drives together, and most importantly, they're winning the football game.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? This offense has it with really good field position. Back to pass, it's Finn. Working that left side now. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Quick completion to the right, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
He caught it. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range, 3rd and short. Instead, they throw it. They get a big play now setting up 1st and goal.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for 6. Touchdown, Redhawks. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Yeah, and it's money time. It's 3rd and goal. You got the option. You can run the football, still be balanced, use the big throw, the tight end. I love it down here because he can act like he's blocking, slip out, and get open. And then he's got that big body. You just throw it to him, and he does the rest.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Here comes that Alabama offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Rifles it down the middle. Complete downfield. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. What a nightmare for this defense. His 2nd big play, gashing this secondary and fitting right into that gold standard of Alabama big play receivers.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to find some answers, Reese. I mean, this guy, you can tell he can blow the lid off a defense with that speed, and you just better know where he's at pre-snap. Wherever they put him, let's make sure we get some help over the top. If not, one-on-one is not going to equal success for this defense.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Dropping back, it's Simpson. He's moving out of the pocket. Breaks into the open. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open.
Touchdown time! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field, and you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. They'll send the back in motion. Takes a snap, wants to throw. He gets in there for the 2-point conversion and pushes the lead to 3. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Creates a little space. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
It's such a good sign for your offense when your quarterback is this dialed in early in the game, right? On the RPO, wanted to throw it, nobody open, so he takes off running it himself and gets a big gainer. If I'm the coordinator and play caller, I'm finding more ways to get this guy running the football and keep this defense on their heels.
Touch pass on the run. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, yeah, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Unloads to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Now adjusting. Throwing on the run. Snags it down the right side. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy on the offense?
Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
Touchdown, Bama! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
Here comes the 2-point try. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll run play action. Got a hand on it near the goal line.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
He's got the tight end. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
Looking to throw, it's Finn. Fires to the right. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Touchdown, Miami! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation, and the extra point is blocked. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now 1st down from the 37. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Right on the money. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. They are really clicking along, 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second touchdown, Crimson Tide. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
How about the day for this young fella? That's a 4-game stretch. Nope, 4 touchdowns in 1 game. He has been the focal point of this offense, and he has not disappointed.
Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the jet motion. He gets across the goal line into the end zone for the 2, and he pushes the lead to 11.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that 2-point conversion.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, we'll see what this Redhawks offense can get done this time. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Looking downfield, it's Finn. Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Using his feet to buy time. Turning it on. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience.
And what a job by the defense, seeing the quarterback throw the football, break on the football, no space allowed. As soon as he catches it, defender meet ball carrier and gets him on the ground.
Caught in the backfield, it's Brunson. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Tide crowd, roaring noise, down on the Saban field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands, it's Reynolds. He'll be stopped right at the 40-yard line, and do they dare try to convert from their own territory on 4th down?
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. It's probably pretty comforting for this offensive coordinator to know as soon as the game's kicked off, I can pretty much pencil in a 100-yard receiving day for this dude.
And I want to be the quarterback. I mean, that guy, it's always open. Man, zone, I know I'm looking his way because he's going to catch the football. He's going to make big plays for me. So, yeah, I'm not...
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. He rifles one deep to the left. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Didn't even consider running the punter out there, going for it. 4th and long from the 48. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. On the move, he fires. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Got room on the return. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Great place to start for this offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Now, I'm not going to argue if this production keeps up as we start the 2nd. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Finn. Fires left. Got his man. Defense